Your job is to build the runway so your sister can fly. That line, dropped by my father, was the grenade that finally blew up my life. Last Christmas Eve, I trudged into the family's bespoke furniture showroom in Portland, Oregon. I was running on fumes. A 90-hour week, 3 corporate office redesigns on my desk, and our high-end woodworking shop. The artisan block was hemorrhaging cash. Dad didn't even glance my way. The mahogany stain ledger is off. Get on it. Then Quinn swept in. My sister, 2 years my junior, glowing from a $4,000 wellness retreat. Mom and Dad's gift. Dad beamed. How is the chakra alignment, my little mogul? I snapped, the exhaustion turning to pure acid. So I'm the glorified janitor while she gets pampered on the family dime. What gives? Dad locked eyes with me, a terrifying calm in his voice. Your job, Eliza, is to work while your sister enjoys the fruits of her natural talent. Simple as that. If you don't like it, the door's right there. I pushed back my chair with a scrape that echoed the final tear. Fine. I'm out. And you can start paying your own bills, simple as that. Before I tell you how fast their house of cards collapsed, let me know. What would you have done? Drop a comment with your city and state. The original sin. The ATM daughter. The real storm started long before that showdown. Growing up, the favoritism was a known quantity. At 11, I won top regional honors for a modular, zero-waste shelving system I designed. Dad looked at the award and said, "Solid. Now go clean up the resin spill." 6 months later, Quinn did a chaotic doodle. Mom had it epoxied and hung in both locations. Quinn got a new Wacom drawing tablet. I got the job of organizing the inventory. Chores became my oxygen. By 14, I was running the showroom solo on weekends, processing custom orders. My tips went into a jar labeled Purdue Industrial Design. I designed the annual Design Week booth that doubled our leads and taught myself advanced accounting. Quinn was lauded for her textural studies, sold as high-end coasters. High school only solidified the script. I worked 2 part-time jobs, catering and late-night delivery, to fund my education. Quinn, meanwhile, was failing algebra. Her sophomore year, Mom and Dad announced a full year studying art installation in Berlin. All expenses covered, including a vintage motorcycle. My Purdue deposit required a summer of triple shifts. Then came the pop-up gallery disaster. Quinn returned, Dad saw a visionary, and they took out a second mortgage on the house to secure a prime location. 6 months later, the venture failed, leaving them $30,000 in the hole. Dad called it the cost of genius. I discovered the re-mortgage papers. The monthly payment had spiked by $1,200. My student loan debt was already $40,000, yet I started wiring $2,000 home every month from my freelance work. I was the family ATM. I graduated top of my class with a high-paying job offer. Quinn celebrated by getting engaged. The wedding cost $20,000, charged to the business account I was balancing. Taking the door fast forward to that Christmas Eve, I'd single-handedly redesigned the showroom and finalized 6-figure hotel contracts. I was spent. Dad met me at the door. New timber shipment. No inventory update. Then Quinn sailed in, showing off a pristine Gucci Dionysus bag, their gift after her $4,000 spa week. Your sister needed a proper reward after landing that huge TikTok collaboration, Mom chirped. I set the food down. I pilot us through 3 business quarters, but Quinn gets a luxury bag for making a few sponsored posts. Dad's fork hit the plate. Your job is to work while your sister enjoys life. Simple as that. If you don't like it, there's the door. I pushed back my chair. Doors that way? I'll take it. I grabbed my keys. Mom whimpered. We're grateful. Quinn muttered about my main character syndrome. Dad's final words chased me down the driveway. After everything we've done for you? I drove to Jax's apartment. The dinner went cold. The fallout and the new altitude. 2 days later, the reckoning began. I woke up to a bank email. Notice of intent to foreclose. 3 missed mortgage installments. I blocked my access to their business software. Within a week, the Artisan Block lost its $15,000 district contract. Quinn's influencer gigs evaporated. She packed her luggage and moved back into the basement. The phone calls started. Dad screamed about the books. Mom pleaded about her sciatica. Quinn asked for $15,000 for a new app idea. I blocked her number. A month later, their main supplier cut them off. Their credit score was tanked. Aunt Vivian showed up with a notice from the IRS detailing a $60,000 tax deficiency from Quinn's failed gallery. Dad called, his voice barely a whisper. "We're not asking for money. Just come back for 1 month. Fix the books." I hung up and drafted a professional email. Subject: formal notice of financial separation. I outlined the termination of all support. I hit send. 6 months later, my life was unrecognizable. I bought a 2-bedroom condo and landed a massive tech campus redesign, boosting my salary to $140,000. Jax proposed. Dad and Mom had to liquidate the store. They walked away with only $5,000. They relocated to a tiny rental. Dad, 62, took a night shift with UPS Ground for $22 an hour. Mom started selling small, hand-painted signs at the Saturday market. Quinn clocked in at Michael's, working in custom framing and paying her own community college tuition. I sent the final communication via certified mail. Love isn't one-way labor. I wish you growth, but from a distance. This is permanent. I didn't abandon them. I simply stopped paying the price for their mistakes. Consequences teach what indulgence never could. Your take matters. What would you have done at that Christmas Eve table?